Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream of mine. Thank you that some of you are already here. I see again some familiar faces. Chester, Matthias, Nathan. Oh, that's an interesting name. Songudaha Gabeta Soro. Hey man, nice to have you here. Yeah, as you've read in the comments, I'm still trying out to find a good way to have some background music before I go live with the camera. I think now I found a way, but it seems it was not loud enough. Now again, during me talking, the music should be hearable but very silent. So I hope it's that case now. But yeah, it's not so easy to set all those things up. So what else is going on? Let me check. So currently, I am using my iPhone again as the camera. But today I also have the Elgato FaceTime, which just came out a few days back. And let me switch here. That's it. That's the Elgato Facecam. And I tried to, play myself with the settings. But the overall feedback is like it's okay. It looks okay. I think it looks better than most of the integrated webcams of a monitor, of my MacBook. Also, the webcam here is quite big. It has a nice Sony lens, so I think it's not too bad. But comparing to my iPhone, yeah, I think the iPhone is much better. What do you think, guys? Yeah, Nathan also thinks the iPhone looked much better. And yeah, of course, the iPhone looks better because it's an iPhone. It's a $1,000 product with 3 camera lenses, super photo chip, and all those things. Yeah, but still, they were high praising this FaceTime camera, Elgato Facecam. That's the name. And yeah, I'm also not sure. So, can I get it better with the settings? Maybe also with the lights here, but let's change again. Yeah, that's my phone. So also what you immediately see, the face cam was a much wider view than now my phone. But of course, I could also switch this on the phone. So here I can also switch the lenses like this, for example, or using the telephoto. So this is also possible, but this is too much for me. I think that's the one that I like the most here. But the Elgato Facecam costs, what was it? I think $150 or $180, something like this. And I really wanted to give it a try and see myself how it goes because, yeah, it's a little bit annoying always using my phone because that's also the phone that I use every day. So I have to put it up, I have to put it down. It's not that much of an effort, but yeah, as you can see, I'm still working on my streaming setup and I want all those things to be, I want to improve them. I want to make them easier for myself to use. So it's easier for me just to say, okay, I'm streaming now. I go live now. Here it goes. Here I am. So yeah, I think I'm going to send it back. Maybe I give it another try, but the impression that I have today is that it's not solving any of my problems. For me, it seems like I really have to go sometimes for someday for a really good Sony camera and pay like $1,000 or even more for the camera and a good lens. And then I have a device that I can put here and leave here because the phone I need every day and I need to put it down. So I really thought that Elgato Facecam would work a little bit better. But that's how it goes. Hey, Kaneka's in the house. Yeah, of course, Kaneka likes the close-up the most. But if we're going with the close-up, I think I have to go to makeup every day before streaming or something like that. So Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, but yeah, that's how it is. At least I could try it, and I know what it's like. Okay, what else do we have for today? Let me share my screen. Yes, we have a beautiful wood here. Oh, I think I need to change my background here to the one I'm using for streaming. Yeah, that's the one. Here we go. So what's new on Larastreamers? So, of course, I am live currently, and we see it already. That's nice. Later today, also Stephen King of the babies, just Stephen King, however you may call him, is live again. He's again building his CRM ERP system, and it's already episode number 4. So he's quite active. That's cool. And yeah, go check that out later today in the evening. And then here, maybe you have already seen it. We have 2 upcoming streams for the Laracon online summer edition. So the conference is on the 1st of September, and the day before, yes, in the evening, 9 o'clock my time here, we have a little pre-party here where Freek, Nuno, and me, we are going to hosting this little party here, and I hope a lot of you are going to join. We have some fun stuff planned. We're going to do maybe a little quiz and some other things. So yeah, make sure to join this event. And then there's also an after party by Freak and Nuno. This is interesting because that's on the 2nd September. So yeah, I think it's directly after the conference, but it's already the 2nd September and it's 1:35 in the morning. So I'm pretty excited if those 2 really show up to be there because, Uncle Freak is not the youngest anymore. I think Nuno can do it. Yeah, I think he sleeps a little bit longer. He's young, fresh. He can do it. I have no idea if I could be there at 1:35 and then host something. So I'm not sure if I can join, but yeah, for sure going to try. For me, it's always difficult to watch the whole conference because normally I go to bed at 10:30 or something like that. So yeah, but make sure to check those out. You can add it to the calendar. You can go directly to the stream. You can like it. You can subscribe to Freak. And you can also subscribe to my channel, which always helps me a lot. So I'm currently trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. So yeah, visit my channel. I think I also have some kind of fancy banner here, which I once tried to add. No, I only got this one here for my course, Mastering PHP Storm. And I also got this here for my GitHub sponsoring. So I need to add one for YouTube as well. But please make sure to subscribe to my channel. This tells me that you're interested in these videos that I do, and it helps me to see that you want this and I can do more of that. And while I was talking, I was entering the wrong URL. So I'm also now on GitHub sponsors, and I have already 4 people sponsoring. 4? I think it was 3. Is Lars new? Maybe I need to check this out because I think I haven't tweeted about Lars. Need to check this out later. But yeah, thanks everybody for sponsoring me. And this gives me, a little bit of money, which I can use to spend more time on the free stuff that I do, like Larastreamers, my blog, my podcast, my weekly streams. So if you want to help out, this is one way to do this. All right, what else are we going to talk about today? So I don't have any specifics about things we're going to develop, but I think it was a good idea to check out some of the last commits and pull requests. I think it's always interesting too. And let me just check the questions here. Nuno likes lipsticks. Okay. Yeah, whatever you like, buddy. We don't judge. And let's check out the repository. Oh yeah, one thing, since you're already here, I'm using the Brave browser, but it's pretty much the same as Chrome. One thing I really hate about it, so when I type Larastreamers, First, I get, of course, the Larastreamer site, but what I'm more interested is in the GitHub page. And somehow this is the only GitHub Larastreamers link which is kind of saved or stored here in recent searches. I don't know why, but yeah, so mostly I go to this one, probably because then I use this. But yeah, I wonder why I don't see this one here. Do you have any ideas how to better do this? Oh, we have some potential security vulnerabilities. Wow, strange word. I need to check this, but I don't think I'm going to do this today. Let's go to the pull requests. And let's check out all of them, also the closed ones. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. We already have 43 pull requests. And when you think about, I sometimes myself do pull requests, but mostly I just push it to the main branch if it's not something big and something I need to discuss. So most of these come from other people here. Like currently Sonny is doing a lot of work here. Also Sonny, Steve. Whoa, I see. Yeah, Sonny's pretty active here, but also other people, Freak, Krisham, Samuel, Felix. So yeah, it's amazing that we already have so many pull requests, and I really appreciate all of the help here. So let's check out the closed again. So what do we have here? This was just a fix by Sunny. This was a big one. Yeah, so interesting. Let us check here. So I add a pull request so that for streams of people who are in the channels table as well, which is currently just me, I have there my Twitter handle in the database. So this means now we should see also my Twitter handle in the tweet of Larastreamers. I think I haven't checked this in live, so let's see. Okay, seems it's not working. So what we should see here is a new stream by Christoph Rumpel just started. Okay, why is this not working? Maybe let's take a look together and see if we can check what's going on here. I have here on my another monitor my database. Let me bring this in here so that you can see it too. But first I'm going to get in here. Here we go. So yeah, here in the channels, okay, it's me and Freak. So these are two channels we have here in the database, which I can add through the backend. And what this does is it checks every hour if there are any new streams of these two people, and those streams get added automatically. So, and I added something here like the Twitter handle. Yeah. So we have the Twitter handle here. So this means, let's check out the code. Am I in the main branch? Yeah, let's update this to make sure we're on the latest. Check here. What is it called? Tweet. Send. Tweet about live stream. And we're dispatching here a job. So let's take a look at the job. Yeah. So here we're checking if the Twitter handle is given. We're starting with a string of just a space. And then when Twitter handle, this stream channel. Okay, I think this could be an issue. Is the stream coming in connected to a channel? Let's check this out. Where is my stream? Is it this one here? I think it should be this one. Yeah. Okay, as you can see here, we don't have the channel ID edit. So this means when I'm going to import this, we're not checking if there's a channel ID. And the first thing that came into my mind, there are two ways to bring in this new stream. The first is if someone submitted, or there are 3 ways now actually. First, someone submits it and I get an email, I can accept it. Second, I can go to the backend and I can edit manually. And yeah, funny thing here, I always look into the Elgato face cam, but actually you're here. So I'm sorry if I look the other way. Yeah, so there are a few ways we can enter this stream. And this stream, my one gets here through the automatic channel detection. And as you can see, this also the same here with the 2 streams of Frake, where we also should see a channel ID. So let's check the test first. What's the class name again? Tweet stream is live. Tweet stream is live. Tweet. Okay, I think we have. What do we test here? Let's check again manually. So what's going on? Import YouTube channel stream test. This is definitely something where we should need to check if the channel ID gets added. Import channel streams comment. Again, this here, but currently I'm checking for all the comments here. Okay, interesting. Don't we have a test for this? Oh, here we have tweet test. I think that's the issue. I think that's what Frake created now. That's why the name is a little bit different. So let's check this out. What does this do? It adds Twitter handled. Okay, so I've written a test for this. So let me see. Yeah, okay, I see. We are creating here for this test a stream already with a channel. So this means automatically the channel is attached to the stream or the other way around. And that's why the test is working. But what we don't test is if the channel ID gets to the stream if we input it. And it's okay because that's not what we test here. So let's take a look. Import channel streams comment test. It runs import YouTube channel streams job. Okay, and so this means we're also having a job here. Import YouTube channel streams test. It imports YouTube channel stream. Yeah, so what I'm currently looking for is if we have a test where we also check that the ID is added. But it seems we don't have it here because here we're only checking that we get 3 streams in the database and we're asserting that one of them has the ID, the channel title, and the language code. Okay, so I think we need to check the implementation if there is some way where we're going to add the channel ID. Adrian is also here. Shift delete on links you don't like. I think this was regarding my browser issue here. Oh, that wasn't shift. Let me try this. So I'm now searching for the Larastreamers repository. Now if I go Larastreamers, still here. Or maybe it's another one. But yeah, it's strange. Why is not? Why don't I see this here? So I'm searching. I'm bringing up this link here. I think it's different if I look for GitHub. Yeah, if I do GitHub, the first thing that comes is this here. But I think Chrome or Brave should know better if I go for Larastreamers. And the last thing that I looked for was something with Larastreamers. Why is it not that? That's strange. Good afternoon, Samuel Mwangi. Nice to have you here too. So yeah, I think we should directly go now to the comment that updates the channels or the streams through the channels. Import channel streams. So what are we doing here? We are looping over the channels, and for all of them, we're dispatching a job, import YouTube channel streams. Okay, and I think we already see the issue here because there is currently no way where we're going to update the channel ID. And that's already why it's not working. But let's also check what's the case for the other ways to import a stream. Import YouTube live stream. So I think that's the way from the back end. And we are here, we have an import video action. So let's check out what the action does. It's funny, the project already gets quite big with a lot of contributions from other people. So sometimes it's, yeah, I need to remember myself again what's going on in those classes and what is what for. And it's strange. It's not that big, but still, yeah, a lot of code that you have to handle. And that's also why I can now feel much more what it must be like for Taylor or other people, because every code that someone brings in, you have to be aware of what the code does, how it works, how you can change it, adapt it, fix it. So yeah, here as well. We are not adding the channel ID. And I'm curious, we have this video action. Didn't we use import video action? Did we not use this for in this job here? That's interesting. Is this the same? Let me try to bring this up here. So we have update or create. I think it's pretty much the same. Here we have a YouTube ID, which we don't have here. That's interesting. Why don't we have a YouTube ID here? Because if we create it, okay, that's strange. Let me check again. What import video action? So that's the action we are using. We have a YouTube ID, the language code. Yeah, so that's all we get from the front end. And we are getting the video here. Yeah, but we don't have it in the database. No. We update or create it. It's interesting. So we're checking here if the YouTube ID is already given, but if we create it, I don't think that this will be used, right? So is there something that I miss? Because for me, this sounds like if we use it and we don't have it already, that there is no video ID stored. I think that couldn't be the case because we have IDs for all of them. Let me check. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So what Gretchen is saying here, what I think is saying here is that we don't need the YouTube ID here because we're already passing it in here. Okay, that's interesting. It makes sense now because otherwise this would be a real issue, but do we find this method somewhere? I want to take a look myself now. Where do we find this method? We also only have feed occurrences in the IDE helper. So let's check here again. So it must be Eloquent Builder. I think this looks better here. Update or create. Let's just do okay. Update or create. Oh, I'm again in the IDE helper models file. I think that's the issue here. Where I wanted to go. So why didn't I go to the Eloquent Builder here? Yeah, okay, here it is. So update or create. What are we passing at the first argument? I think it's an array. The values to check. Attributes. First or new. So currently the values is without our ID because the ID is still in the attributes. So what does the first and new method do? Okay, I think here where this is happening. So that's interesting. Can we merge arrays like this? It seems so because both are arrays. Okay, I haven't seen this before. But it seems now both get together, and I think that's why it's working. Okay, so let's get back to the action here. Here we're using the import action. And where was the other part? Here we're using the actions. I think it must be in the channel. Import YouTube channel streams job. Yeah, so here it seems like we are doing the same, but we're not using the action, but we could use it, right? So let's check this again. Input video action, we're going to handle it, and we are passing in the ID, the language. Okay, I see, yeah. So we only need to pass in the ID here because here we already have the data. So I'm wondering if we even need this job here. Because what does this job do? It gets upcoming streams. Yeah, I think here where we map them, we could loop over them. It's also interesting here why we're going to map this, because we're not going to return something. So what I would usually do is use each, but I think it wouldn't make a difference here, but I think I would do this differently. Oh, I forgot to get rid of the comments. Okay, Adrian is also saying opt-in or create merge both arrays. And yeah, I'm glad we checked this out because yeah, it seems I wasn't sure about this, but it seems I used it, so it worked already. So the action also fetches from the YouTube API. Yeah, but so let's get rid of this again. If I remember the correct shortcut, yeah. What does the action do? We are getting the video, we're calling the API, yeah. So you're doing this right here, we're calling the API, and then we are updating the stream. And we need to pass only the YouTube ID, the language, and the email. And here, okay, here we're calling multiple ones. Yeah, okay, I see. So difference here is here we get one YouTube ID from the user, and then I'm calling the API to get the stream. What here doing is we are checking if there are upcoming streams by a specific channel ID. So that's different because here we get now multiple streams that we need to check, and that's probably why it's different. Nevertheless, both ways don't check the channel ID. And I think it's a good idea to try now to add this to one of them. Let me just check the comments. Yeah, all good now. Okay, where do we start? Let's start with a test to make sure that this fails. Import YouTube channel streams test. It imports YouTube channel streams. So here we already have the channel, so we know what the channel ID is of streams that we import. So this must be the most easiest way to do this. Let me check again. We're checking here if we have 3 items in the database, and then assert database has, okay, we're just checking now for one of those informations from one of the streams. And yeah, I'm not sure if it matters which order we have here, but let's just give it a try. So what I want to see is, do I have a channel? What's the current channel here? Is this the channel ID? I think so, right? YouTube channel ID. Okay, so I think what I could do is just pick this channel, same ID here, and get the ID. And now it should fail. I'm pretty sure it fails. I'm not sure if it's going to fail because of the right reasons, but we will take a look. Attempt to read property ID on null. Okay, so yeah, okay, the thing here is that we don't have a channel. We are pretending that we have a channel, but we don't have one. So I think I want to do this in another test because I think there's a kind of a special use case here. And let's copy the whole test and write a new one so we don't have to mess up with the given one. It sets channel ID to new streams. And here we have an arrange phase. And let's create a channel. And I think we should provide the platform ID here, because if I wouldn't pass this in here, it would use a unique one, and this channel ID is one that is probably set here in one of our fake responses from YouTube. So this means now we should have a channel. And let me just check, did I delete this YouTube ID channel title? Yeah, okay. So what I'm now interested in here, and the channel ID. And let's save this channel. I'll use the ID. Let's see what our test says now. Failed asserting that a row in the table streams matches the attributes. Yeah. Okay, this is better now. So just to make sure, I'm going to skip all of these here. I only want to make sure that we have the channel ID, and currently I don't care in which of the streams we have it. Okay, I think that's now a good point to start now implementing it. Adrian says line 27. No need for the model, just use the string. Yeah, I think he's correct. So what he means is here that we actually don't need the channel at all, because we get the channel ID back from the response. We don't care if the channel exists. We only want to make sure that this ID is in the new streams. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Now we're checking in the database if there is any item with the channel ID of this one. And I think it's platform ID. It's channel ID. Channel ID. Okay, but still it should fail. So, okay, let's check out import YouTube channel. Import YouTube channel streams. And here we want to make sure that we get the channel ID. And we have this on the stream data. Channel title, but not channel ID. Okay, this means we need to edit here. But I also want to make sure what the name, what YouTube is using a name. So let's get here one of the streams. Let's get one of those IDs and let's try this out here. This is like a developer playground for the YouTube API. What did I do wrong? Here you have invalid missing required. We have snippet, we have content, details. Channel ID. Okay, it's on the snippet and it's called channel ID. So let's put this here, channel ID. We also need to edit here, yeah. Channel ID. I think that's the fake data here. Yeah, I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And what else? We now also need to make sure that we store it in this data transfer object. And that's inside the YouTube client. Here. So channel ID. And it's similar to this one here. And it was called channel ID. Channel ID, we can use this now here. And back in our test, we also need to make sure that we have set this in our fake responses. And here we are, I think we're using the search. I don't want to copy this. I want to look for the title. Okay, and we have it already here. That's good. So let me see. Should it already work now? I think it should. But it doesn't. Okay, let's see here. Where are we still doing something wrong? Is this the channel ID? Yeah, okay. Nope, that's not the channel ID. I think it's the stream ID. I think probably I'm using the wrong ID here. So, okay, it's interesting. Here we have the title, but we don't have the channel ID here. I found it somewhere. Where was this? Where does this belong? To redo responses, and we are here. Upcoming stream responses, channel response. I think this is what I'm looking for. Give it a try now with this ID. Yeah, so the thing here is, it doesn't matter what we pass in here as the ID for the channel that we want to check, because we are faking the response. So this means this ID here has no connection to the things we get back, because this is stored somewhere else. So that's why there could be two different IDs and it would still work. But let's use the same here just to make it a little bit clearer. And let's try this again. Okay, still not working. Okay, let's do some debugging here. Let's check here the streams that we get back, for example. I'm trying to test again. So we get back 3 items. Channel ID, it's set here. Okay, it's set for the first one. So this should already be enough. Is this the channel ID? Is this already the one that we are looking here? Yeah. And it's also called channel ID, right? Channel ID. Okay, maybe guys, you already seen it. So that's a good idea. Let's see what we find. Yeah, okay, it seems it's not stored to the database. So the first thing that comes to my head that it could be about the fillable things in the stream, fillable array. Wow, is this my model? No. Okay, I thought this looks a little bit strange. That's me. Channel title, but no channel ID. This must be the issue. Good point, Adrian, for checking the comment. And let's also check now. Messed up with something else, but it seems we did. Yeah, so there are now cases where we are passing null here. And I think the issue is only because of our fake responses, because I think there are some responses where we haven't defined them. Because from YouTube, we always get a channel ID back, and I think then it should work. So let's check one of those here again. It updates archive streams. So we have a fake one in here. Shouldn't this always mean that we always have an ID because we have this one? Let's check the error again to make sure that it's about this. Cannot assign null to property stream data. It's about stream data, and it's a channel ID. So maybe I got this wrong. Maybe it's not merging. We are merging with the arguments that we pass. Channel ID. What's wrong here? Do you see what's wrong here? Do I really have to pass the channel ID? Of course, we can check it. Oh, yeah, okay, I see it. It should be channel ID. That's the issue. All right, yeah, this was it, much better now. Let's see if any other tests are failing. No, that's good. So what have we done so far? Let's check. This gets now a little bit difficult to watch here with the low resolution here, but here we added the channel stream to when we update or create through the channel streams job. Then we updated the test. Okay, I think that's an unused model, but we can get rid of this later. Here we've added a new test. What we did in the stream, we add the channel ID. Stream data, we added the channel ID. Test case, we added the channel ID to one of those responses. And YouTube client, we are adding that we add the channel ID to the stream data object that we create here. Okay, let's make a commit to save this. But first, let me think. Are there any other cases that we didn't check yet? I'm just talking about the channel, because of course we have to do this for other ways to get streams in a database as well, but just for the channel. Because because there are two ways to get this into to update channels. So this is through the job. Where do we use this job? Import YouTube channel. Okay, I think that's a Livewire component, right? Yeah, it's a Livewire component. And here we are dispatching the job. Yeah, here. Okay, but where else? Import channel streams comment. Okay, it seems we're using this for both the comment, which runs automatically, and for the Livewire component. Okay, so I think from the channel view, we are good here. So this means I can also write a commit here. Fix issue. I'm writing the main branch, but I'm fine with this actually for now. Fix issue where channel ID streams input through channel was not set, which led to no Twitter handle added to tweets. Quite a long commit message. And now we can review it, and I see again that we don't use this model here. So I like to do this during the commit to check for those things. All right, but of course we're not done here because it's still not working for the other ways where we input streams. Yeah, good catch. You found this earlier. Remove the changes from the test case. So you think it's going to work without those changes? Let's see. That's the one that we edit. Oh yeah, looks good. So, okay, so why is it working without that? I think probably the issue was somewhere else and not the issue was in here. But I'm also not sure which test it was. It's probably because of the stream data and where we now have it in the fake method where we're already using it now as an default value. I guess that's the case, right? But Adrian was right here. We can remove this. And Adrian also wrote this whole YouTube client, so that's why he also knows best about those changes, and that's why it's always nice to have him here for working on this. Move YouTube fake data we do not need. Okay, 2 commits here already. So I'm thinking right now if we should try to test this on the real side. So I think one way we could do is, let me check what happens if we run our command for the channels. We're getting all the channels, and for all the channels, we're calling this job here. Then we are getting the streams, and then we are update them. So I think it should be able that we only run this command, and it will already update our streams here for these two here, for example, for Freak, because Freak is in the channels table. Okay, let's try this out together. Let's get in to the server here on Forge, Larastreamers. And what's the name of the command? It's import channel streams. Also, remind me, I want to show you one of the bugs we had, and where we were running into some error messages lately, where we thought it was about the API limit, but it wasn't. And I also want to show this to you. And before we close here, it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, I think I have about 30 minutes more. Larastreamers import channel streams. Okay, no output here. And it wasn't working. Am I live here? Yeah, that's the live. That's also the live side. Let's check. Why is it not working? Oh, of course it's not working. You guys already know why it's not working? Let's see if you find out as well. No, it's not that. That's okay, because Freak's videos are upcoming one. The issue is that it's not live. So let's push this. Let's push it to the live system. One last time. Let's try to run all the tests. If I'm pushing here anything. Oh, was there something failing? No, okay. And now let's push it. Should push it. So let's give it a few seconds. It shouldn't take long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10. Okay, it took a little bit longer. I hope this is a good sign. Oh, that's what Adrian meant. now I got it. I thought, what should a sword? What is this about? But here we are, guys. We have our channel IDs. That's good. That's really good. So, but still, I'm pretty sure it wasn't working before we pushed it, because now we pushed the changes and now only it works. That's good. Yeah, I'm glad this is working now. So this means for my next stream, we have to check again if we see a Twitter handle or not. But I think we're now in a good way. But we still have to create a new issue, because it's still an issue for other streams. Because yeah, if I submit a talk for myself, it wouldn't work to add the channel ID. Add channel ID. If stream connected to a channel in DB. To streams when importing. You already handled imports through the channel comment. Okay, I like to add some issues here so that I don't forget about them. Gertian is asking why it will not work when you submit it. You think it's already working? Let's give it a try. Give it a check. Import YouTube live stream. So here we're in the LiveWire component. Here we're using the action to import it. And inside the action, we haven't added the channel ID. And I think that's the reason why it's not working. So it's not a big of an issue. But that's here the case. And we also have some comments where we update stuff. So yeah, I think there are a few places we need to check again just to make sure. But I don't want to do this today. So let's talk about the last time when we had a stream. There was an issue, which was, what was the name? Can I forge into my server without guys seeing anything you don't need to see? I think we're all friends here, right? So let's see if we have some old logs in here. Okay, they're not too old. Oh yeah, I think that's one that I triggered. It was in the morning. Yeah, correct. Let's check if there are some more. No, I think, yeah, okay, that's one because I was updating. I tried to update some of the older streams and I was trying to update more than 50 ones, and that's why this is failing. And this is the same error which we have also seen the last time a lot. And yeah, we thought it is about the limit, but when I checked again, I saw that it's not about the limit, but it's about the amount of IDs I want to check. And if it's more than 50, it's going to fail with this error message. The request specifies an invalid filter parameter, which is, yeah, YouTube, what should I do with this response? So I think they could for sure add a better response. So the issue was that there was a comment where we tried to update more than 50 streams. And let's check the commits to see which one that was. Is there something like limit or 50? Okay, let's check again. Update YouTube test cases, fix broken test, fix bug. No. Yeah, this one here. Fix bug where update given stream comments was trying to update all streams. So let's check here. What did I change here? Update given streams where status is live. I'm just wondering why we're checking if the status is live. Oh, okay, live, or where the scheduled start time is less than now to at 10 minutes. And this means now in the case where it was not live, we were checking all the streams where the start time was lower than now added 10 minutes, which is like all streams that we have. And that's why it failed. And now we're adding in here that we also check only upcoming streams and not the past ones. And this is how we fixed this. Yeah, also I added some new scopes, which or not scopes, it's actually factory state methods, so that in tests we can use those. Wait, okay, here we're using it. like upcoming and finished methods for factories, but it seems like here we're not using them yet. Maybe we should fix this right now. Which test is this? Update given streams. Oh yeah, I don't find it because we have changed a lot in another pull request. Maybe it's best to show you this here as well. This was a pretty big pull request by Sonny. It's called add additional YouTube info. And the idea was because I added some issues here because of the real start time, because we only have the scheduled start time and we don't know if a streamer starts 10 minutes earlier, 10 minutes later, something like this. So that's not the real start time. And YouTube also stores the end time. So actually we could get the real start and end time and then also get the duration, for example, of a stream. So that's why I wanted to add some more data to streams, and that's what he did here. And there was also an issue if there is a stream edit, but it doesn't go live, or it is live and then it's changed to private, for example, which we had with a stream by Freak. Then you will see this all the time that the stream is live, which is not good. And that's why we're also tackling this here. And it was quite a lot of us talking about some solutions, and also it commits here. And maybe let's go through a little bit of the things here. So the first thing that we did here is show this in the code here, which is a little bit easier. We changed the name of the comments because I wasn't happy with the name of the comments anymore. So now we have comments to check if a stream is check if live stream has ended. So if a stream is live, if a stream that is live has already ended. If yes, it changes the status. Check if one of the upcoming streams is already live in real, then we're updating it and set it to live. Then import the channel streams, so import all the channels of the streams, tweet about a live stream. Then we have update live and finish streams. So if a stream is finished, for example, we want to update it and get the real start time, the real end time. Sometimes people are also changing the title or the description after a stream, and then they still want people to see it in the YouTube channel. So that's why we need to update streams also if they are finished. And then we also want to update upcoming streams. So for example, if you schedule a stream for next week and tomorrow you're going to update the title, so that we also get those changes. So for me, it was important to make it more clear what those comments do. So that's what we did here. We also have some new scopes here, like live, for example. Or I think we also have here, we have also upcoming, and we also have some live or finished from first to latest and all those things. And I really love those little refactorings because it makes it much easier to read those things here, like this query. Give me all the streams which are approved, live or finished, from oldest to latest, limit by 50, and go on and go on. So I like this much better. Let me see. Like these refactorings here, for example, approved and upcoming. Much better than this stuff here on the left. Is there anything else interesting here? Some new scopes here for live, upcoming or live or finished. And get duration. So that's also what we have here. And I think you can already see it. If we go to the archive, you can see now the duration of streams, which I think is pretty cool because now we can do some stats. Which streamer streamed the most, for example, how many minutes, how many hours, and things like that. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, I wanted to up this for all of the streams, and that's when I ran into the issue which you've seen on Forge, because we have more than 50 streams currently. But yeah, this was a pretty cool pull request. We also added a new status deleted for streams that were deleted, which is also nice. And yeah, create pull request, and yeah, a lot of changes here. But let me check again if there is any test here where we're not using the new methods. So how do I look for this? Status finished, for example. I think that's the scope, right? Yeah, that's the scope. That's good. I'm more interested in factories. Like, let's see, where do we have this? It shows only finished streams. Yeah, that's typical example here. So that's a finished stream. So let's call it finished. And let's get rid of this here. I love those changes. This really makes me happy. Such little things makes me happy. Yeah. So we have here upcoming as well. You can already see, yeah, it's much less code, and you already see it's finished, live, or upcoming, but we also define now the things that we're interested in, like the title, which we are then checking here. Passing, and the same here. Finished, finished, finished. Okay, that's easy. Finished. Finished. And finished. And now we have this in between here. Yeah. Status finished. And this one as well. Other one here. No. Run those tests again. This looks good. Let's search again. By the way, can you tell me if you currently hear some background music? Let me know if you hear something. I think I checked one of the latest streams and I didn't hear anything. And it would be interesting if you hear anything or if you now also don't hear anything. Factor test factories to use state methods. And of course, we want to get rid of imports which we don't use. No music here. Okay, that's interesting. Let me check. Oh, okay. I'm using the wrong mic. Okay, I'm using now a different mic, which should also get in a little bit of my music here. So, do you hear something now? Let's see. Yes. Okay, you hear something. And is it loud enough? So it should be loud enough, of course, that you hear it, but it shouldn't be too loud. Currently here we are at 12% of what gets into my virtual microphone here. Okay, I'm glad you're hearing now. So that's a good thing for me to remember. Here on the left, I have like a little list for my live streams, which I shouldn't forget. So I shouldn't forget about using the virtual mic. I'll just edit this. Nathan is not a fan of background music, so yeah, I also don't like it if it's too loud. I think just a little bit of background music is nice. Maybe it also depends on the music itself, but Getchin also says maybe it's a little bit too loud. Let's try 9% now. Let's see if this is better. Okay, so we fixed the bug. At least I think so. We haven't tested it in real life because it only works if Drake or me is going live. But maybe it's time at some point to maybe add Steve to the channels to import his streams automatically, because yeah, he's doing a great job. But yeah, then I also have to think about who else I'm going to add. But it would be also nice to test this then for other people, because I think it would be nice for everybody to have their Twitter handle. But it's just not working for everybody currently, because it's difficult to get the Twitter handle by people without adding it manually myself. Okay, that's a good point. So some people have their own music already, and then maybe it conflicts. Yeah, I can relate to that, but yeah, I also think about the people that watch the stream later when it's not live anymore. And then I think when it's not live anymore, it's a little bit strange, because there are some seconds, I don't think minutes, but seconds, where I don't talk, and I think it's a little bit smoother if there's a little bit of background music. But yeah, I'm still experimenting here. Yeah, Getchin also don't like some music, so yeah, I need to think about it. Maybe I change it, but for now I'm good. Is there anything else I'd like to show you? So we have currently one pull request, also by Sonny, where he added a search. It's very simple, but it works quite well right now. The issue here is that we're currently looking for a designer to help us out here, because yeah, I think we need to work on the design for such new interfaces like a search, because it just looks strange if there's just one input field and it doesn't fit. So I think it's time for a designer to help you a little bit. And I've asked on Twitter, but nobody was willing for now, so I probably have to ask again. Yeah, okay. I think that's it for the things I wanted to show. Yeah. Yeah, the music that you hear is the only music that I know of where there are no license issues at all. So that's music directly for streaming and for all kinds of streaming. So I definitely don't want to get into any troubles here. But of course, yes, some Metallica would be fine, of course. All right. Are there any questions? Anything you are still interested in and want to mention here? I think I showed everything I wanted to do for today. So There are still a few things we need to tackle also for this Twitter handle issue here. Probably going to do this tomorrow if I have time. So let's see, when do I stream next? Probably next week. I think I'm going to try to go for Monday again. I had some issues the last Monday, so it wasn't working, but I still want to go back to the Monday feeling with you. Okay, cool. So it seems no more questions. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining this stream. Again, it's nice to have you here. Yeah, it was cool fixing a little bug and still some work to do, but we're going step by step. So thanks for watching. Check out Larastreamers. Best way is also to follow the Larastreamers Twitter account to always get notified about new streams. Check here who is going to stream next. So Steve, in this case, is streaming later today. Check this out. And yeah, that's it for me for today. Have a great Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Yeah, and see you the next time. Bye, everybody. See you.